Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Jaya Radha Madhav, Jaya Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav, Jaya Radha Madhav. Jaya Nrsingadev, 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 Jaya Nrsingadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ashta Sakhi Vrinda Shriman Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Shri Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki, Shri Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Shri Anantadev ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukha karoti vachalam pangoram gayate girim yatkripa tamaham mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Nitinamine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Grama Tarine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 18, Text 8. This is a chandas of like Vedic verses, how we recite the Vedic verses. I don't know if you can see, I tried to underline and divide. So the first part will be Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and then you can repeat. Sorry, Narasimhaya, correct. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. The second line will be Namastejas Tejase Aviravir Bhava. And then the third line will be Vajranakha Vajradhamsha Karmashaya. That will be the third line. And then the fourth will be Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha will be the fourth. And then will be Abhayam abhayam atmani bhurishta. Then the last we will do Om Shram. Okay, so we'll divide like that. I'll try to play the Mridanga beat for the Vedic mantra so you can repeat. We'll do it 3 times. I'll say it and then you repeat. We'll do it 3 times. Okay, let's see how that goes. Jai Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Randaya Randaya Tamo Swaha. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Om Shram. Om Shram. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Om Ksham. Om Ksham. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Om Ksham. Om Ksham. Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamshra Karmashayan. Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta. Om Ksham. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya. Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhava Vajranaka Vajradamshtra Karmashayan Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhurishta Om Ksham Jai. Word by word, if you like to repeat. Om. O Lord. Namaha. My respectful obeisances. Bhagavate. Unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narasimhaya. Known as Lord Narasimha. Namaha. Obeisances. Tejaha Tejase. The power of all power. Aviravirbhava. Please be fully manifest. Vajranaka. O you who possess nails like thunderbolts. Vajradamshtra. O you who possess teeth like thunderbolts. Karmashayan. Demoniac desires to be happy by material activities. Randhaya Randhaya. Kindly vanquish. Tamaha. Ignorance in the material world. Grasa. Kindly drive away. Grasa. Kindly drive away. Om. Oh my Lord. Swaha. Respectful oblations. Abhayam. Fearlessness. Abhayam. Fearlessness. Atmani. In my mind. Bhurishta. May you appear. Om. Lord. Ksham. The bija or seed of mantras offering prayers to Lord Narasimha. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Narasimha Deva, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activities in this material world. Please appear in the hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In Srimad Bhagavatam 4:22-39, Sanat Kumara speaks the following words to Maharaj Prithu. Yat pada pankaja palasa vilasa bhaktya karma shayam gratitam udgratayanti shantha tadvana rikta matayo yayato piruddha shroto ganastam maranam bhajava sudevam. Devotees are always engaged in the service of the toes of the Lord's lotus feet, can very easily become free from hard, knotted desires for fruitive activities. Because this is very difficult, the non-devotees, the jnanis and yogis, cannot stop the waves of sense gratification, although they try to do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. Every living being within this material world has a strong desire to enjoy matter to its fullest satisfaction. For this purpose, the conditioned soul must accept one body after another, and thus his strongly fixed fruitive desires continue. One cannot stop the repetition of birth and death without being completely desireless. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami describes pure bhakti devotional service as follows. Anya bilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavritam anukulyena krishnano shilanam bhaktiruttama. one should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. Unless one is completely freed from all material desires, which are caused by the dense darkness of ignorance, one cannot fully engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, we should always offer our prayers to Lord Narasimha, who killed Hiranyakashipu, the personification of material desires. Hiranya means gold, and Kashipu means a soft cushion or bed. Materialistic persons always desire to make the body comfortable, and for this they require huge amounts of gold. Thus, Hiranyakashipu was the perfect representative of materialistic life. He was therefore the cause of great disturbance to the topmost devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, until Lord Nrsimhadev killed him. Any devotee aspiring to be free of material desires should offer his respectful prayers to Lord Nrsimhadeva as Prahlad Maharaj did in this verse. If you like to repeat the translation after me. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Nrsimhadeva, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth, just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance, so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So this prayer of Prahlad Maharaj, it encapsulates the readiness for Anartha Nivritti. Full readiness, 100%. No more one leg in one boat and the other in the other. So the demon-like desires for fruitive activities. So here we see the karma shayan, the demoniac desires to be happy by materialistic activities. And Srila Prabhupada is saying how every living being within this material world has a strong desire to enjoy matter. So today's theme is eternal battle between devotion and ego. Just like the battle between Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. So there's an everyday battle inside my heart, inside our hearts, between the Hiranyakashipu and the Prahlad. So the devotion which is inherent in my heart, and then there is also the inherent desire to enjoy the material world separately from Krishna. So it's a dialogue that I can help my mind through these prayers to not wear masks anymore, because Nrsimhadev, Krishna, with his diamond-like nails and diamond-like teeth and bright eyes, can see through those 300 miles of masks that I wear. So this prayer is an opportunity to see the contrast between my own devotion and my own ego, just like we can see Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. So when the dialogue happens in the 7th canto, 5th chapter, when Hiranyakashipu was very curious, where did you learn all these things? How is this all coming to you? Tell me who it is that is giving you all this poison. And Prahlad Maharaj, see the contrast. Hiranyakashipu is insecure, really insecure. What is going on? I'm not in control, and he's losing it. And Prahlad Maharaj, on the other side, he's very firm. But he's also saying, Tat sadhu manye suravarya dehinam sada samudvigna dhiyam asadgrihat hitvatma patam grihamanna kupam vanam gato yadharimashrayeta. How he addresses his father, contrast, right? Tat sadhu manye suravarya dehinam. O king of the demons, O best of the asuras. See the contrast, right? There is no confrontation here. Prahlad Maharaj is very, very secure. Then he says, he doesn't reveal Narada Muni, he doesn't say immediately Narada. Why? Because discrimination, he's able to discriminate. If I take the name of Narada Muni, maybe Narada Muni, he will get in trouble. Hiranyakashipu will do something. So he says, Tat sadhu manya suravarya dehinam. As I've heard from my spiritual master, he doesn't say Narada. And then he says, Sada samudvigna diyam asadgrihat. So when the part of me, there's a part of me, the Hiranyakashipu part of me, that is maybe a little narcissistic, me and mine. So that part is sada samudvigna. It's always constantly embarrassed by anxiety. Why? Because we are drowned in this material identification. Me, my body, my family. So that's the grihamanda kupam. And so that's the deep, dark well. Prahlad Maharaj says there's no water there. There's only suffering. Still, that part in me jumps up and down. Today we can enjoy a little bit. Today we can enjoy a little bit. And Prahlad Maharaj says, Vanam gato yadharimashrayeta. I mean, look at the boldness of Prahlad Maharaj, fearlessness. The abhayam manifests in Prahlad. He's not afraid to tell Hiranyakashipu, the king of the demons, Vanam gato yad, go to the forest, relax, relax. Give up all this anxiety. Oh my God, right? The boldness to do that. And when this dialogue is happening between Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu, one other thing I was thinking that's very applicable. What does Vanam Gatoyad mean? It doesn't necessarily mean physically giving up objects, what is around me, but it means the expectations that I have. Why am I doing this devotional service? Yesterday I was listening, one Maharaj was saying how in devotional communities, it is even more easy to wear masks and pretend to be nice. In the material world, it's harder to hide. In spiritual communities, it becomes easier. I can wear my garland, I can sit on the Vyasasan, I can nicely cover my head and give Bhagavatam class, and behind that can hide the Hiranyakashipu. And so what Prahlad goes on to say is that what is the true motivation behind why I do it? Am I doing it in the mood of when Vyasadeva in his trance verses is described how he saw that anarthopashamam sakshat bhakti yogam adokshaje, right? Lokasya janato vidvams chakre satvata samhitam. So the anarthas, all these material desires I'm running after, they are superfluous. They're very, very useless suffering. I don't have to suffer in this way every day. And all I need to do is Bhakti Yoga Madokshaja. I just need to do Bhakti Yoga. But still, that Hiranyakashipu part of me doesn't want to relent. Maybe a little bit I'll keep aside. A little bit I will try. So, Chakre Sattvata Samhitam, Vyasadeva saw that part of me, the materialistic part of me, the part that is still identified with my anarthas, needed to be in touch with Srimad Bhagavatam, the brilliant sun which has appeared. Krishne Swadhamopagate Dharmajnanadibi Saha Kalau Nashtam Drisham Mesha Puranarko Dhunodita. So through the Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm able to have the dialogue within the Hiranyakashipu in my mind and pacify by saying, let's see, what does Prahlad Maharaj say? Let me look at my hidden motivations. Matirna Krishne Paratasvato va mitho bipadyeta graha vratanam adhanta gobir vishatam tamishram punah charvita charvananam. It's not one lifetime. I've been going through this lifetime after lifetime, chewing the same chew. And why do I do that? When Prahlad Maharaj is actually talking about this sickness, it's actually a sickness to keep chewing the same chew. If I know that this is not working and I need to take the medicine and I don't take the medicine, I'll keep getting sick. But still, Matirna Krishne Paratasvatova, either by my own efforts or by other people telling me, Sri Radha Govinda Dasi, why don't you wake up in the morning? Why don't you chant? Why don't you do Bhakti Yoga? Why don't you do Anartha Nivriti? The mind is like, Matirna Krishne Paratasvatova. Mithobi padyeta grahavritanam. Why? Because I'm so attached to my sense pleasures. I'm so attached to my plans. I find it so difficult to let go and let Govinda. I find it so difficult to let Krishna take control of my life. And that's why Prahlad Maharaj says that's the struggle. And I don't need to struggle in that way. And in that story, right, it's the story that I tell my mind. People are telling me, follow Shastra, don't give up to your mind, control your mind. Whereas like I said, even behind Vyasasana, even behind singing kirtans, even behind dressing deities, there's always that hidden motivation, Krishna and I know. So the question for me is, do I want to continue in this way? Do I want to face this hidden masks and motives and actually surrender to Krishna? And then later, this verse 5:30 is when Prahlad Maharaj is saying, people are not able to get it even by preaching, even by their own efforts. So what do? I'm trying. I'm still not making it. So do I give up? We don't give up, right? We keep taking the medicine. We keep going again and again to cure our disease. Similarly, this material disease of me and mine, it needs to be cured because it will come back to bite me. So then Prahlad Maharaj basically gives the solution. He says that in this verse, Nate viduswarta gatim hi vishnum durashaya ye bahirarthamanina andhaya thande rupaniyamanas tepi shatantriyamurudham nibhadda. So another problem is sometimes maybe who are we following? What social media scrolling are we doing? Who are we following on social media? What classes are we watching? Where are we investing my mind? Am I following the blind? Andhaya thande rupaniyamanas? Am I following the blind? Oh, am I running after likes and subscribers? Am I also thinking that devotee purchased so much land, I should also do. This devotee did that, why can't I do? So the cancer of comparison, right? And Prahlad Maharaj says that, what is the problem? My mind may say, it's okay, they are doing it, I can do it. But Prahlad Maharaj says, who do I want to listen to? He says that this will trap you into this cycle of material birth and death, and it will cast you into a deep, dark ignorance. And then you cannot, those people that you're comparing with and following, those blind leaders who are attached to sense pleasures will not come to save you at that time. Then what is the solution? What do I do? Karmashayam. So in this verse, when Prabhupada is quoting the 4th canto verse, right? Karmashayam gratitam udgratayanti shanta. So it is possible that hard knot, that karmashayam knot. See, the word comes twice. It comes also in this verse of text 8, and it comes in this also, the karmashaya. Karmashayan, demoniac desires to be happy. Prabhupada translates that here. And in this verse of 4:20-39, Karmashayan is translated as the hard-knotted desires for fruitive activities. So what do I do with this hard-knotted desires? I need to understand. I need to tell my part of me, the mind, Tallabhyate dukkhavadanyatha sukham kalena sarvatra gabira ramhasa. Do we ever say, miseries, please come, today I'm too happy. Can you come? Do we invite? Do you? No, I don't either. But they come, right? They still come. Still we get chastised. Still we get disappointments. Tallabhyate dukkavad anyatha sukham. Similarly, just like dukkha is coming uninvited, the miseries are coming in uninvited, why are you putting so much efforts and endeavoring for happiness? That will also come. Kalena Gabira Ramhasa. So by time, in accordance to the own time, it will come. So don't put endeavor there. Then what do? I don't put endeavor into happiness, then what do? My mind is active, it wants to do something. So Bhagavatam says, Tasyaiva heto prayateta kovido. If you're intelligent, if you want to apply philosophy, then look for something that is beyond this world's happiness and distress. Why? Brahmatam uparyada. Otherwise I'll be stuck here. Up and down, up and down. Go up, go down. Dr. Sukhi is here. Prabhuji, high BP is also problem, low BP is also problem, correct? So, high BP is also problem. Too much happiness, problem. No happiness, full of misery is also problem. So, in this material world, I cannot find that stability. So, what do? Prahlad Maharaj gives the solution. Naivo dvije para duratya yavaitaranyas tvadvirya gaya narasamritamagna chitta shoche tato vimukachetasa indriyartam maya sukhaya bharamudvahato vimudhan. So Prahlad Maharaj is very compassionate. He's saying, I'm not disturbed by this high blood pressure, low blood pressure. I'm not even trying to control the pressure. He says, I am tadvirya gayana rasamrita magna chitta. I am so absorbed in glorifying the Lord, in enjoying the pastimes of the Lord, in taking shelter of the Lord, and allowing the Lord to take control of my life, that I am completely undisturbed. But, he says, these people, Maya, Sukhaya, Bharamudhato, Vimudan, but these people do not understand this. So I am very compassionate towards them, that they don't know how to get rid of this cycle. And so, now, how do I get that absorption? That's the next question, right? How do I give up the karmashaya? How do I approach Lord Nrsingadev? There may be a fear. Oh my God, Nrsingadev with his diamond-like nails, if I go and ask him to take out my anarthas, what's going to happen to me? It's, Nrsingadev, please remove my anarthas, but gently. Please remove anarthas gently. Rupa Goswami says something to pacify my mind that jumps up and down. No, 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 be careful when you pray to Nrsingadev. Rupa Goswami says that every incarnation of the Lord has a particular rasa. And Nrsingadev is what rasa? Vatsalya. Vatsalya. So he's actually in the mood of a protector. He's protecting Prahlad. He's the divine father. You know, he's the eternal father. Aham bija prajapita. And so he, especially in Nrsingadev's form. So he's not going to destroy my devotion. He is not going to destroy my tender faith. But I need to let go of that control. You know, in Africa, am I correct, Prabhu? Is it true, right? In Africa, they catch monkeys and they have like a trap. In South Africa also, I hear. So they have this trap where there's like a hole like this, where a monkey can insert its hand inside, and inside they keep sweet rice. So the monkey goes, grabs the sweet rice, but he cannot pull his hand out when his hands are clenched. The only way to get out is to let go. But the monkey doesn't get it. So the tribal African people catch the monkey, they eat the monkey. Anyway, yeah. So Kadamba Kanan Maharaj used to say that the fish, it knows that it's a bait, but it cannot resist. It knows if I bite it, I'm done. But it still takes the bait. So similarly, what is my bait? What is my bait? It's a question to ask myself. And in the similar mood of Prahlad Maharaj, Savai mana Krishna padara vindayor vacham sivai kunta gunanu varnane karau harer mandira majjanadishu shrutim chakarachyuta satkatodaye. Who is this describing? Amrish Maharaj. So Amrish Maharaj was also completely absorbed. Constantly his mind was putting Krishna in the center. Whatever I need to do, I put Krishna in the center. Things are not going according to my plan. Shrisha Ichet Jayatu Jayatu. Gaura Ichet Jayatu Jayatu. May it be as Lord Krishna wants. May it be as Lord Gauranga wants. May it be as Lord Nrsingadev wants. Randhaya Randhaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha. So in the oblations we are asking, please remove this ignorance of thinking that things have to go according to my plan. And it's difficult to do that, right? And I was asking myself, when Maya bares her teeth in the night or in the noon, gross alarms strike metal against my mind's tune. I run to him, Nrsingadev, whose claws eclipse our fright. Nrsingadev roars, and darkness flees, and there's only light. Yet, subtler fangs draw nearer than we guess. A careless word that wounds a Vaishnava's heart. The silent ache of bhakti growing less. Apathy, the secret demon's dart. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlada Lada Daine. We chant like a child who grips a hand cross. We feel him stand between our pulse and our every temper's plea. So the point is, when we are asking Nrsingadev to remove the ignorance, to remove the karmashaya, we're not only talking about the gross desires, we are also asking him to protect me from offenses. We're also asking him to protect me from apathy. So when we are inviting Lord Nrsingadev on Nrsinga Chaturdashi, we're preparing the hearts to completely become ready in the mood of Krishna, Lord Nrsingadev, both good and bad. There are certain good things in me, certain talents, certain maybe pride that arises from I am chanting, I am doing this. Please take that. That's also ignorance to think I am. I know this verse. I know the Bhagavatam. That's also an ignorance. Please take that. And then there may be guilt and shame. Oh, I'm not doing it perfectly. That's also another problem. So the balance between the two, to not become proud, but also not let ourselves go steep into ignorance of guilt and shame that prevents me from performing my devotional service. Then, Vaso yati sarvatra tasmat stambena drishyate Hari sarvatra sa sarvatra stambena drishyate Stambena drishyate. Lord Narahari, Krishna is everywhere and he appeared in the pillar to Prahlad Maharaj. What is the pillar for me? Maybe it's a difficult relationship. Maybe it is my specific anartha that I'm trying to battle. We don't know from where Krishna can appear and deliver me the mercy that I'm looking for. It may not come in the ways I'm expecting, but it may come in a way that we cannot see through the pillar of my own obstacles. And like I said, we may not just go to Nrsingadev and say, Nrsingadev, please protect me from accidents or ill health, but we are also asking Nrsingadev to protect me from subtle anarthas, such as offending devotees, such as losing my temper, whatever it is. I know some devotees who shared with me, in astrology, when your Mars is afflicted, then we can have temper problems, anger issues. When we go to Lord Nrsingadev and say, please, pacify my blood pressure. Please pacify my anger, my irritability. And when we actually take shelter of Nrsingadev and we ask him to channel that in service, we do not demonize whatever it is the energy is. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's jealousy. Maybe I feel jealous about, oh my God, that devotee is doing so much service. They're doing so well, I'm not able to. We ask Nrsingadev to channel that energy. Because in astrology, the Lord of Mars is Nrsingadev. So every planet has a specific deity who rules over. So Nrsingadev is that protector who adjusts the energies and transforms that energy to make it favorable. So when I'm jealous, instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so bad, why do I have this envy, why do I have this jealousy, and putting myself down, I ask Nrsingadev, please transform this energy of jealousy into doing service. So that I can compete with myself, so I can be better than what I was yesterday. Not compare myself with others, but compete with my old self, so that Nrsingadev can love me and accept me, the version of me, through that energy. So this is something I learned personally in my professional life also. A lot of people try to suppress and push it under the carpet, certain emotions, but then it turns and becomes into a disease. So the healthiest way is to recognize them. What are my anarthas that's getting in the way? What's the karmashaya? What is my block? What is my anartha? One thing at a time, because if I ask Krishna to reveal all my anarthas, I will die right here on the Vyasasan. So one thing at a time, one day at a time, maybe 1 year at a time, specific anartha that I know that I am nurturing. I'm nurturing. I don't want anybody to see it, but I am softly nurturing that anartha. We go to Nrsingadev and say, Randhaya, please Nrsingadev, rid of those things from my heart and make my mind stronger. Make me focus, like Ambarish Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, focus on the small victories and not beat myself down. I think this is very important in our devotional communities, because when we are doing manas shiksha, when we are preaching to the mind, there is a time when I need to discipline it, but there is a time that I need to talk to it gently, to get it to do the right thing. So together, because we are a team, I need to, like, when sometimes there's a war internally, one part wants to, yes, let's go to the temple, and the other part says, no, there is too much crowd, let's not go. Who wins? The self, the higher self needs to win. So what is Krishna's plan? What is the best for the self? And then we compromise by talking to those parts. Because if I push one of the parts to do it, whoa, and then that'll go into strike mode. And then, no, really, there's a bomb blast, and we don't want to come out anymore. So we have to deal with it carefully. I have a prayer of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur was visiting Navadvip, this is in the Navadvip Bhavataranga. So when he was visiting Narasimha. How many of you have been to Narasimha? Yeah, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur composed this poem while he was standing in front of Nrsingadev in Narasimha. He connects the worship of Lord Nrsingadev, how Lord Nrsingadev can help us in our reawakening that love for Lord Krishna. Like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Jeev Jago. So to wake up in love of Sri Radha and Krishna. See, he combines Radha, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya and Nrsinga. ये दुष्ट हृदय कामाधि रिपुछाया कुटी नाति प्रतिष्ठा असत्य सदराया हृदय शोधनर कृष्णेरा वासना नृसिंह चरणे मोर एई तो कामना. So within this heart, so dark, so grim, lurks lust and pride, deceit within. The 6 foes of bhakti, dance and play, duplicity, cunningness, fame, falsehood lead me astray. Kandiya Nrsimha pade magi boka kana, nira pada dena vidhi pe jugal bhajana. Bhaya bhaya paya nara darshane se hari, prasanna hoibo kobe mora daya kari. O Lord Nrsimhadev, O Lord Nrsimhadev, fierce yet kind, within thunder nails, please cleanse my mind, that I may serve with my heart made pure. Sweet Krishna's feet, so soft, so sure, with tear-filled eyes, I beg and plead at Narasimhadev's feet. My only need is to worship Radha and Krishna in Navadvipa with no trace of fear. Abhayam abhayamatmani bhurishta. So as you see, all connections, all the words are connecting. When will that Lord, whom fear itself doth dread, lift up this soul and touch my head? When will this wrath turn into grace and mercy shine from his lion-like face? Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki, Nrsinghapalli Bhagavan ki, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. So we will end with this note. Bahir Nrsinga Hridaye Nrsinga Narasimha Madim Charanam Prapadye. So we invoke Lord Nrsingadev's blessings as an external protection, as internal protection, so that we don't get hindered by fear and anxiety, and we can continue the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission fearlessly. And we pray to Lord Nrsingadev to transform our weaknesses, to transform our anarthas, and make that as a shield of protection and service. Okay, any questions? I see the microphone. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji, for the lovely class. Very enlightening and entertaining, different kind of atmosphere. My question is, you were mentioning that one should not be very proud of our activities, the abilities, and also one should not be very low, means should not develop the low qualities. In the sense, but I have seen that Sanatana Goswami and all these, they consider themselves lower than the blade of grass. How do we develop that? How do we differentiate these two things then?
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a very relevant question. I'll repeat the question. So how do we understand humility, if I can rephrase your question, how do we understand humility, that we don't get proud about our actions, but at the same time we don't put ourselves so down? And how do we understand the teachings of Rupa Goswami about being humbler than Lord Chaitanya's teachings of being humbler than the blade of grass and feeling oneself very insignificant? So humility doesn't mean that we trample ourselves down and lose our sense of identity and dignity. Humility means we think of less about ourselves. Not that we think, how does the sentence go? We don't think less of ourselves, but we think, no, we don't think ourselves less, but we think less of ourselves. See, there's a very subtle difference there. So, in a practical example, so if I'm asked to give a class, so one extreme would be, oh, I can give a fantastic class, I can do this or whatever, right? That's one attitude of pride. That is not good for my devotional life. And then another attitude is like, no, I cannot praise the Lord, I cannot do this service. So one of my Shiksha Gurus said, if you feel unqualified and you feel that you don't have enough devotional credits to do this, even more the reason you should do that service. Because by doing that service in the mood of humility, that this is my opportunity to do a service to Vaishnavas by glorifying Srimad Bhagavatam, by doing service to Srila Vyasadeva, by doing service to Prahlad Maharaj, by spreading his teachings, I may have a chance in getting his mercy. So the difference is in our attitude. It's in the motivation. It's in the mood. Because I could be doing the same action thinking, oh, you see how nice garland I am making. Or I could be saying, oh, I am so fortunate that Krishna has given me this opportunity, incredible opportunity to do this service. I may not be able to do it perfectly, but this is my chance to purify myself. So we don't do it in the mood of self-absorption. We do it in the mood of self-purification. So when Rupa Goswami says, I am so humble, insignificant, but he still left us literature, right? So the action, plus, let me tell you this from practical experience. Whenever I may say, no, I can't give Bhagavatam class, I am too humble, there is my false pride and ego hidden. Because until and unless I open my mouth, you may think I know something, but once I open my mouth, you all know my capacity. I kind of like, I'm exposed about my capacity. So it's a subtle way of escaping a service. The mind is playing tricks, right? It says, no, you're too humble to do it. Because it's an opportunity to escape from me being exposed. Sing, no, I'm too humble, I'm not qualified to sing. Maybe what I say, but maybe internally I'm thinking, oh my God, that person sings better than me. I don't sing that well. What will people think? If I sing, I should sing the best. Right? So there is a subtle motivation that I need to look for. It's very important, the humility, to understand that any minute Krishna can take away my speech, my memory. Immediate, 1 second memory is gone. I won't remember the verses anymore. I don't know what verse I'm giving. Finished. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Bye. And the same thing, Krishna can also flow through me. I can become an instrument. Why? An instrument. This microphone is not proud. It's not saying, hey, I'm giving such a good class. It's just an instrument. Computer is not proud. So when I see myself as an instrument, then I don't shy away from being a part of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. Jata Nagaradi Gram, Sarvatra Prachara Hoebe Moranam. I want to be, that is going to happen. The prediction of every town and village will hear Harinam. But will I be part of it or not? If I sit down at home on the pretext of humility, I miss an opportunity to be of service. So the thin balance is in the motivation. Does it help? Thank you. Yes.
Just to add on that, my Guru Maharaj, Satrup Maharaj, writes in his little booklet of 26 qualities of a devotee. And for humility, he describes as being, quoting from Srila Prabhupada, being bold and aggressive for Krishna.
Hariva. I love
Hare
that.
Krishna.
Thank you. For Krishna, right? For Krishna. That's the key. Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you for the class. Here it is said, karma shayan, demoniac desires to be happy by material activities. So our goal is to rectify these desires. So what happens is, Prabhupada has given us principles which we follow, which safeguards us from these demoniac activities which we perform for sense gratification. What happens is, in the name of time, place, circumstance, using this as an excuse, these principles are diluted And when it gets diluted, then they are doing this demoniac desires to be happy by material activities, but they cannot be rectified because they have diluted the principles. So how do we escape this tendency of diluting the principles which Prabhupada has given up, especially like the 4 regulative principles? Mataji, can you speak on this?
How to, in the sense, individually, see, because there are 3 levels of answer, right? One thing is me. I look at myself and I see how can I stick to the principles that Srila Prabhupada has given me. I have enough enemies to convince inside. There are so many Hiranyakashipu team inside that I need to sit them down every day, discuss with them, compromise. Sometimes they call it, what is it called? Compromising with the demons. Like in the Samudra Mathan story, Vishnu tells the demigods, make peace, compromise with the demons. So there are times that the internal demon is so strong. So there are moments that I need to pacify. Okay, today you're feeling like that. Do you commit that tomorrow we will do this? Sometimes we need to kind of compromise. Okay, what is it called? Make a deal with the demon? Or there's an expression like that. Make deal with the devil, something like that. So we have to be very careful when we do that. Why? Because Prahlad Maharaj says, right, Matirna Krishne Paratasvatova. By my own efforts or by instructions of others, sometimes the mind doesn't listen. And then I have to tell, Nate Swartha Gatim Hi Vishnum. Swartha, usually in Hindi and in South Indian language, Swartha is selfish. But in Prahlad Maharaj's usage of word, Swa Artha, do something good for yourself. So I have to ask myself, escaping these principles, cutting short and doing these shortcuts, will it help me in the long run? We have to ask ourselves. So there may be a big part of us that says, of course not. But there may be a small part which may be traumatized from childhood because our father used to be aggressive. So it says, no, I don't want to follow because it's coming from authority. Something is there. So we sit that part down, Manas Shiksha, and when we talk to that part, okay, that's on the individual level. Then on the outside level, usually what I tell myself is, Sri Radha Govinda Dasi, mind your own business. Because I don't know, a person may be behaving in ways that is not devotional, but I don't know what's going on between him and Krishna, or her or Krishna. Maybe that person has some issues, psychological, physical, I don't know. So I always have to be careful. Karmashaya, Randaya. I need to be careful to not judge other people and not build up my own karma baggage. As a society, if you're in a leadership role, if I am in the leadership role, again, I can only speak from, if I'm in the leadership role, the best thing I could do is set an example. If I am constantly saying, be honest, be that, if I'm going around with the mask pretending, people see it. The class only goes that far, but then people watch me, people see my life. Then at one point or another, I'll be revealed as a hypocrite. So similarly, if I need to inspire a community of people, this is really the point of the class today, that it is possible, all these things that Prabhupada is saying, karmashayam gratitam udgratayanti shanta, is possible by association of devotees, by doing guhyam akyati prachati, by revealing our minds in confidence, by creating an environment where people feel safe, people feel non-judgment, not judged, being non-judgmental. But it starts from me. If I am being judgmental about a part of me that is not cooperating, and it's jumping up and down, and I'm beating it, one day that part will be a demon. So I can't ignore that. Similarly, even within a community, if I need to foster vulnerability, trust, it would start with me. I have Sangha of Ladies group, where we nurture that mood, where we cultivate that mood of openness, of non-judgmental approach, where we can help each other, we can trust each other. So it's possible, but it takes getting out of that ego. Tamo, grasa om, swaha, and the oblations of Krishna, your will, may your will be done, may your will be done. So it is possible, but with patience, with kindness. In other words, this is the highest. I may be here, you may be here, she may be here. But the truth is, this is where we need to reach. If we can accept that and not be judgmental that I am here, and slowly, one day at a time, one step at a time, Like shiksha levels, right? Even my rounds, I cannot chant all my rounds in 1 minute. I need 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 2 hours to chant all my rounds. So there's only one mantra at a time. Similarly, one thought at a time, one prayer at a time. So we can ask Lord Nrsingadev, one step at a time, let me give up. Because sometimes we rush into everything at once. Then we fail. Does it help? Thank you very much for your attention. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki jai. Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna.